These massive cuts will be devastating for working families and local economies. Almost 800,000 Oregonians could lose their ability to put food on the table for their families, including nearly 46,000 families alone just in my district. Among those who rely on SNAP in my state, approximately 200,000 are children, 120,000 are seniors, and 33,000 are veterans. Without assistance from SNAP, many of these folks will be forced to rely on local food banks and pantries to feed their families. But food banks and pantries are already struggling and won't be able to fill the gap. In 2024, food banks served over 70 million meals to Oregonians in need. And to make matters worse, the Trump administration has decided to terminate the local food purchase assistance program, which pays farmers to provide food directly to local food banks, leaving Oregon growers out to dry and our food banks without enough supply to meet demand. Speaking of farmers, let's not forget that gutting SNAP would eliminate $30 billion in revenue and take away a key source of income for America's small family farms. And it would threaten thousands of mom and pop grocery stores and small businesses that are supported by SNAP purchases in those rural economies. These actions are intentionally cruel and wholly unacceptable. Instead of working to lower costs and helping American families right now, the Republican Party, led by President Trump, is working to keep Americans hungry. Republicans want to disguise these cuts as cost shares with states, but the reality is that states simply cannot afford to take on this extra burden. Oregon would have to come up with around $400 million to cover the state portion of benefits under this Republican proposal, and that doesn't include any of the administrative costs. As a former member of the state legislature myself, I know this is not feasible. And let's be abundantly clear, we must remain vigilant to reduce waste, fraud, and abuse. But there is nothing in this bill that would bring us closer to that goal. There is nothing in this bill to protect seniors from getting their benefits stolen by scammers or prevent fraudulent enrollment in multiple states. Instead, all this bill does is create more needless suffering and financial pain for millions of Americans who are already struggling to get by. In closing, this Republican reconciliation package is an outrageous attempt to help the rich get even richer on the backs of hardworking families. I cannot stand for it. And to my Republican friends on the other side of the aisle, I care about farmers, I care about small business owners, I care about seniors, veterans, children, and people with disabilities, and I know you do too. You should vote against this shameful legislation. Our constituents are counting on us to make their lives more affordable, and this bill does not achieve that. It does the exact opposite.